Hey T Squad, it's me Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade, ready to love season 10, episode 4 review. I want to let you guys know that this week I'm dropping a luxury haul video. It's so good, so make sure you guys tune in for it. I think I'm gonna release it on Thursday, and also this week, of course, me and Sharita will be breaking down the Oscar red carpet fashion. So be on the lookout for those videos. Now, on to this week's recap. So, the episode begins with Tommy meeting up with the guys at the vault, and he tells them to take the women on dates to places that matter the most to them, like their job, their home, whatever. So, Naeem, he owns a gym, juice bar, whatever. So he invites Deanna, Fritz, Sahara, True, and Khalil to his place of business. But lo and behold, True is not there. And he's quite disappointed about it because he really wanted to work out with her and, catch a vibe. So after the class, Khalil and Deanna are sitting down talking, and they really got some chemistry going on. The conversation was really good, and he reveals that he went to boarding school, and it was an African boarding school, and it really had an effect on him and everything. The teachers had the right to hit them and all types of stuff. Like, he was laughing about it, but it really wasn't funny. But a lot of the dudes are catching, vibes with Deanna, and I'm loving that for her. Then True arrives. The class is over. Everybody is like broken down, talking to each other, and she is super late. And like I said, Naeem is disappointed, and they sit down and talk, and she apologizes for being late. He asks why, and she says, I told you I had to work or whatever. And things quickly go left between the two of them because he got an attitude that she was late, and she's still feeling some type of way because to her, he still hasn't reached out. So she asked him why she still has not heard from him. And I'm like, why do you keep on asking this man that? I don't know if the producers are telling her to do this, but I really wish she would stop, okay? So he was like, you gave me the Google Doc number. When I called you the other day, you gave me 3 question marks. And she was like, because I couldn't talk. And he was like, well, I didn't know that. I would... Like, what? Why would you send question marks? Like, how am I supposed to decipher what that is? If you send me 3 question marks, it's going to lead me to believe that you got a question. So I'm waiting on you to ask me the question. Like, that doesn't tell me that you're busy. Just say, hey, I'm busy, I'm at work, or whatever. So I'm with Naeem on this one. So then, True was like, but I read it, but you read it and haven't responded since. Ma'am, you sent him 3 question marks. Yeah, he read it. And if he's a logical thinking person like me, he would be waiting for you to ask him whatever question that you wanted to ask, because that's what I would assume that you were saying to me. Is that how people tell people they busy? Is that a new thing? Y'all let me know. So Naeem was like, because I didn't know how to respond. That's your way of communicating? And True was like, you're using that as an excuse, and that's really corny. And I'm like, you can't say that he hasn't reached out to you when he literally just reached out to you and you're talking about it right now. Girl, what? I don't like her. She too demanding, and she just too much. I told y'all she was going to be too much in my cast video. I told y'all she was not going to work out. And so one of her phone rings, and Naeem was like, is that the real one or the fake one? Baby, she got an attitude. She got an attitude and got up and moved on to the next one. Baby, but you can low-key tell that he regretted asking her that after it came out of his mouth, because she, like I said, she was pissed when he asked her that question. But after that, Sahara and Fritz are talking, and she confronts him on the way he texts. In her confessional, she says that he be like, hey friend, and she want to hear or read hey boo or whatever. And when they text, she tells him that it's very copy and paste. And she was like, I asked you like how are you doing or something like that. And he sent her this response. The next day it was the same response verbatim. And he was like, cuz what did he say? Like he's diligent, or he's like the same every day or something like that. But it was giving copy and paste. It was giving very much copy and paste. Now that I can understand. You know what I'm saying? And she said that he be like, "Yerp," in his responses, and she be wanting to say "yerp" back, but she not trying to be on that like vibe with him. She trying to be on some romantic type stuff with him. But this is my thing. Once again, why are you grown women trying to teach men how to date you? If the vibe ain't right, it ain't right. It's not there. This is where women go wrong, where because I've done this in the past myself, where we try to force a situation. All of these are red flags right here. These are red flags. So not even red flags. These are just signs that this ain't it. The chemistry ain't there. He ain't on you like that. It's just not, you're forcing something that is not right. Okay. It's just not right. And he's showing you that you're texting him. He's copying and pasting answers. First of all, if a man is really into you, he's going to be texting you. He's going to be calling you. How about that? Okay. He's not going to be copying and pasting no answers to you and all of this stuff. And if he's saying, hey, friend to you or whatever, you can't even really be mad at that because that is what y'all are. You know what I'm saying? He don't know you. Y'all just met. You know what I'm saying? So I think they want so much so soon, so fast. And it's just like, calm down. If y'all wonder what I keep on looking up at, I'm watching WWE Elimination Chamber again. It was so good. Oh my God, it was so good. But anywho, she tells him what she wants him to say. And I'm like, oh my God. And she was doing a lot, mind you, when she's explaining all of this to him. She popping and rolling her neck and talking all loud and being animated. And it's just like, calm down. Like, she's just so ghetto. Like, I like Sahara, but she's ghetto, period. She's ghetto. She's a roundaway girl. Ugh. Through and through. And that's good for somebody, but everybody don't want that, like that, need that. Like, he was just like, okay, I get it. I see what you want, but he was overwhelmed. So Khalil and True talk one-on-one, and everything was going good at first until he asked her how old she was. And this weirdo was like, I'm in that middle age bracket. And he was like, what does that mean? Like, she was evading that question, honey, so tough. It's like, you can't say how old you are. Like, I don't understand when women do that. That's so weird to me when women are afraid to say how old they are. Like, that's a blessing, girl. Every year you live is a blessing. You better shout it to the rooftops. Like, get out of here. So he was immediately like, red flag for him immediately. And I didn't blame him because that was so weird. So then we go to Cam. He invites Tay, Hussein, and Rocky to his crib. And remember last week when he almost got eliminated, he was told by Tay to open up more, be more personable, So they play a Q&A game. And one of the questions was, what was a life-defining moment for you? And Rocky tells a story about how she lost her job at one point and she took to selling drugs to make ends meet. And what it taught her was to be grateful because you could have it today and lose it tomorrow. And I could see that with Rocky. Rocky, like I said, Rocky looked like she done been through some things. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate the fact that she was honest about her past. It was her past. She's moved on. And hopefully she's learned from it. And, she doesn't get in that position ever again. Cam reveals that he was a very depressed person. At one point he was on food stamps and he didn't want to live, but his niece, I guess that he takes care of or whatever, kept him going. And he said what helped him is when he changed his mindset. And when he revealed that revealed a lot to me. It answered the questions of why he was so like awkward in conversations and kind of unsure of himself. It all made sense once he said that. But the ladies, Tay and Rocky, really appreciated the fact that he was willing to open up and share that, and Tay gave him a hug, and you could tell he felt better. He felt more confident and more relaxed when he opened up and revealed that. And it made me even more him more endearing to me. Like, I was like, okay, I like Cam now. I like him. Like, once he settled into himself and, calmed down, I was like, okay, he a vibe. So Cam and Rose go out on a solo date with each other. And they're both really excited to see each other. They're all giddy and laughing and smiling and cheesing at each other. And she reveals that she's been cheated on in every relationship she's ever been in. And I was like, oh my God, that's a lot. I don't know why that would be that's a red flag to me. Because it's not necessarily her fault, but it's just like, every man you've been with cheating on you? Like, damn, like, what is going on? I would have investigated that some more. I really would have. Because what's going on with you, Rose? Is it some ticky ticky boom boom? You crazy? You clingy? What's going on? What's going on here? But she says that she's not giving up on love because she realizes every man, all men aren't the same. And they get their food, and he immediately goes to eat. And she was like, hold up, wait a minute. She was like, can we, pray? And remember, he's a non-believer. But he says, yes, they can do that. And she says a prayer and amen. And he even says amen. And he makes sure to tell her that basically, in so many words, if I'm with you, I'm with you. And I'm going to be down for whatever you down for. So it's given very much. I don't think that he's a non-believer. I just think that he is maybe upset with God, has never been taught the word of God and exposed to God. I think if he had a godly woman like her in his life, that he could change his mindset on that, because he made it clear to her, like, I'm good whatever you good with. And that was big. That was really big. I personally don't think I could date somebody that is not a believer in God. That's just a lot for me. Could you date somebody that didn't believe in God? Y'all tell me down below. So Fritz hosts a pool party at his house. He got a little mini mansion going on. And he invites Naeem, Shanice, Angie, Coley, Kiera, fine ass special ed, and Cisco. And did y'all peep how Naeem was staring at Shanice's ass in that kitchen? He could not take his eyes off that lady booty. And I was like, that's how you got all them kids now. Little nasty. So Eddie and Coley are on each other. He really is liking her. Like I said, they look like they could be brother and sister, okay? They look like they came from the same gene pool. But they are both really feeling each other. They flirting. Cisco and Shanice have a one-on-one talk, and he's really impressed by her and can see himself actually, moving forward in a relationship with her. And I gotta say that I like Shanice too. I really like her. Even though, she a cute glamour girl or whatever, but she not stuck up. She not stuck up. She not full of herself. She's a sweet woman. Fritz asks Coley where they stand, because they're having a one-on-one conversation. And Coley was like, well, I did some due diligence and I looked at your Instagram and I saw you were following hashtags about polyamory lifestyle. And his face froze. He was like, he was not expecting for her to say that. And he was like, so you think that reflects what I actually believe in? And she was like, I mean, I don't know why else you would be following that. And he was like, well, I'm curious, but I wouldn't actually engage in that. And then in his confessional, he says judging someone based on hashtags is a bit of a reach. And I don't agree with that. I don't, especially in this case, when you're on a show called Ready to Love, and then I go on your Instagram page and I see that you're following numerous poly sites. Of course, I'm going to think that that's something that you're already involved in or something that you're interested in. So that's why she asked you the question to find out if that in fact was the case. But the fact that you said that you're curious says a lot already. Like, what you curious about? Is that something that one day you think you want to try? Because, yeah, no. And I think that he was lying. I really honestly think that he was lying. I think that it is something that he is very much into, but he isn't confident with saying so on national TV. But yeah, yeah, he's very much into it. And he was shocked that she went so deep with digging, but that's what I would do if I was any of them. And I think that he probably regrets not cleaning that up on his Instagram page. But yeah, it would be a no for me immediately once I saw that, because you do want that type of lifestyle. You do want to do that. And he looked like he lie and cheat. So then Eddie really likes Angie now because she was really helpful with him when he was outside barbecuing, and they have a little one-on-one conversation, and they was really catching a vibe with each other. And he really liked the fact that, like I said, she was helpful and, wanting to spend time with him. And I was like, okay, I didn't see this hookup coming, but it's something there between them. So we gonna see. I liked Angie's tattoo on her booty too. And she had a cootie cat tat. I was like, come on, Angie. So then Jay invites Coley on a one-on-one date. They go play mini golf. Didn't see that one either coming. Did not see it at all. I don't really think that Coley likes him. It wasn't giving me romantic vibes off of her end, but it did give me romantic vibes off of his end. But what pissed me off was at the end of the scene, he give this big old Kool-Aid smile. And I said, I know you lying. I know you lying. I said, how you on a show called Ready to Love when you need to be trying to find your side tooth, sir? You need to be ready to go to the dentist. Like, no. Like, you smiling and you got a whole knocked down apartment building. It is demolished. There is nothing that... I can't date nobody with no missing teeth. I don't know what is going on in the world where people really think that missing side teeth are okay. Because it's not. And he already not attractive to me. And then you got them slave plaits in your head, and then you got a missing side tooth. Absolutely not. So at the end of the episode, all the guys meet with Tommy, of course, and a lot of the guys are speaking really highly of Deanna, Tay, Angie, and Shanice. Naeem, however, says that Kiara is a no for him, and this is because at the pool party, Shanice asked her, like, what's her story? And she told them that her baby daddy cheated on her, and they broke up, and they got back together, but she just couldn't let it go. And he ended up getting locked up. Mind you, she said he's a pro boxer. So she said he ended up getting locked up. And I'm like, locked up for what? It's giving me maybe he was out there slanging on the side or something like that. But she didn't say what he got locked up for, but it's giving something like that. But she said he got locked up, and that she feels like that was God's way of saying, you was being disobedient, so I had to remove him for you to let go and let God and get out of this relationship. But she said they're great co-parents as of right now, but she holding it down while he's in jail, and he's been gone for like 6 months, and he about to get out. So for Naeem, that's a no for him. And I'm looking at him like, you got your nerves when you sitting over here with a whole brothel of baby mamas. But okay. Like, I'm like, how are you judging her for her having a baby daddy in jail. I don't know if he was feeling that way because he feels like once the dude get out of jail, she might go back. I would hope that that might be the reason that he said it's a no for him, because that would be understandable. But hopefully it's not because her baby daddy in jail, because it's like that ain't got nothing to do with her. But Naeem and Khalil say that True is a no for them as well, because of her attitude. And Sahara is just too much, too loud, too everything. Okay. So in the end, Cam meets with Sahara for their one-on-one, and he tells her that the men feel like she's giving homie vibes, and she immediately gets an attitude, honey. She is offended. She is like, well, why they say that, and how dare they, and you got me messed up. And I'm like, girl, calm your little ugly girl. She was just doing team too much. And I was like, and then you wonder why you in the bottom. You over here pop locking and doing all of this. Like, girl, get somewhere and sit your ass down somewhere. So then I was like, let me just eliminate myself. I would have been like, okay. So then Khalil meets with True and tells her what the guy said about, the number situation. She was like, well, who said that? It can only be one person. Didn't I give you the right number? I ain't got time. And it's like, y'all and these attitudes, like, ew, gross. Like, this is a turnoff. Don't no man want no combative ass woman that don't know how to listen and take criticism. This is the point of you coming on the show to see if you're ready to love. And based off the way that y'all responded, y'all not ready to love because y'all can't take criticism. And these are the things that's probably holding you back from being in a relationship because can't nobody tell y'all shit. So her and Sahara doing all of this and being rude to the guys and snapping on them, and they just trying to relay the message. It's just like, damn. So, Khalil then brings up the age situation to True. And she was like, but didn't I tell you my age? He was like, no. She was like, well, ask me now. He was like, how old are you? I'm 35. He was like, okay. Well, I mean, but don't act like I didn't tell you. He was like, you just told me. When I asked you, though, previously, you wouldn't tell me. Like, she was being so weird, bro. And I didn't bit more believe that she was 35. Girl, you lying your ass off. Lying. So in the end, Sahara finds out she's still ready to love. Get her out of here. And Truth finds out that she is not, and she had a whole attitude, honey, to the point where Khalil was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. He was like, because I don't need you going off on me. I ain't did nothing to you, okay? And I was like, it's that hairstyle, that comb over. Girl, get your life. So this is a really good episode of Ready to Love. I'm going to give this week's episode a B+. It was really good. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it down below in the comment section. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.